Hello, my beloved, holy brother. Why brother? Because we are all the Holy Son of God, His extension, sharing one identity. So in that equality, all joy, all healing, all truth lies. God is only love, and love extends. And so He has extended to you as His one Holy Son. And that is what we all are, in truth. So today we have a very, very important lesson. I have no neutral thoughts. This is so important to understand. By the way, I was a researcher of thoughts of consciousness in the past. But as long as I did not really know what is the absolute truth, I was not really deeply helpful. So we have no neutral thoughts. We could say that in our thoughts is all the creative power. With thoughts we made up this world. The world you see is a reflection of your thinking. So when you want to change the world, you just have to you have to change your thoughts from the false thoughts to the true thoughts. What are the true thoughts? All the true thoughts are coming only from God. They are only thoughts of love. And the effect of the true thoughts is always peace, joy, and can be always shared with everyone. So all the judgmental thoughts, the whole world is made out of thoughts, judgments. And we gave all the meaning to every form we projected. They are thoughts of separation. They attack on the truth of the one shared identity, the Holy Self we all are. So nothing, absolutely nothing in this world is real. The source of all what we see with our physical eyes is a mad idea. It's a little mad idea of separation from the source, of truth, from God, of love, of life, of peace. So practically, I have to give up every thought I believed in. And that's why we train our mind, to change our thinking from the ego thinking of separation, attack, with the will of killing and dying. Practically, when I see you differently from me, I imprison me and you. When I see my brothers as humans, as bodies, with my own thoughts, I'm killing everyone. When I change my thinking about you, accepting, that's so beautiful, that you're one with me, equal, created by the Father. And that all the gifts of the Father are yours and mine, and we share one identity. This is a joy, this is a liberation, this is the truth. Well, let's start with our lesson. Beloved, beloved, to understand this is the key. It's really the key. and to take over the responsibility that all what you experience, you are the dreamer of the dream, is your making up. You make the disease, you make death, you make the conflicts with your thoughts. But with your true thoughts, you give peace and love and joy and healing to everyone and to the world. So, beloved, let's start with that great lesson. It's one of my favorites. Lesson number 16. I have no neutral thoughts. I have no neutral thoughts. The idea for today is a beginning step in dispelling the belief that your thoughts have no effect. Everything you see is a result of your thoughts. There is no exception to this fact. Thoughts are not big or little, powerful or weak. Very important. They are merely true or false. Merely true or false. Those that are true create their own likeness. Those that are false make theirs. There is no more self-contradictory concept than that of the idle thoughts. What gives rise to the perception of a whole world can hardly be called idle. No, you made up the whole world out of one mad idea of separation. The world of death, of suffering, pain, conflict. That's the world you made up. Every thought you have contributes to truth or to illusion. Either it extends the truth or it multiplies illusions. You can indeed multiply nothing, but you will not extend it by doing so. It's so important. With my own thoughts, I'm making up the world I see. I see what I believe in, and I believe what I desire. Is it really so? That I desire for death, conflict, suffering? My love, it must be so. Otherwise you wouldn't see that world. That world is not made to you. You are making up the world. So insane it might be, but here in this world we have the desire for death. It's a hobby of dying, because when I believe in separation, I believe that I'm an individual person. I want to be better than the others, or a good one. The peacemakers are making the war, and the war makers are making the peacemakers. Here is everything upside down. I have to change my thinking. I'm you and you are me. We are one in God. Only in God we are free. And we are waking up to that very truth, who we are. There's no difference. And all the differences I see and you see are made up by me and by you. We are making up their own film, dream of the dream. Besides your recognition that thoughts are never idle, salvation requires that you also recognize that every thought you have brings either peace or war, either love or fear. Very important. Only the real thoughts, the true thoughts given by God through Holy Spirit, give me peace. So I have to change the source of my thoughts to Holy Spirit and step back. A neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. Very important. Neutral result is impossible because a neutral thought is impossible. There is such a temptation to dismiss fear thoughts as unimportant, trivial, and not worth bothering about, that it is essential your recognition of them. All is equal destructive. All the fears we are speaking in this world about. You see the news and calamities and evil news are coming to your mind, and when you believe in them, you make them up. We have to undo all those thoughts in our mind, all attack thoughts, all danger thoughts. It's very, very important to recognize all those thoughts of fear. They are equally destructive, but equally unreal. So I can give them up. They are unreal. Only the eternal is real. Everything what is perishable is not real. Humans are not real. Animals are not real. Nothing is real in this world. Nothing. Because everything dies here. We will practice this idea in many forms before you really understand it. It's very deep, my love, but you will understand. Because you will feel the effect. When we step back, and just let the real thoughts, given by God through Holy Spirit and by Jesus Christ, be in our mind, how we feel. Now you hear a heavy noise outside. We have a storm here. Nothing. Can the storm affect me? I'm not a body, I'm free. I'm not, as God created me in the Father, unlimited, powerful. These are the right thoughts. I never left the Father. The Father has created me. How? His extension of peace, of love, of joy. I'm the greatest and most belovable being, and you too. These are powerful thoughts, which I share with everyone. And they change the whole world, my love. They change the whole world. Okay. In applying the idea for today, search your mind for a minute or so with your eyes closed and actively seek not to overlook any little thought that may tend to elude the search. This is quite difficult until you get used to it. You will find that it is still hard for you not to make artificial distinctions. Every thought that occurs to you, regardless of the quality that you assign to it, is a suitable subject for applying today's idea. In the practice periods, first repeat the idea to yourself, and then, as each one crosses your mind, hold it in awareness while you tell yourself, this thought about blank is not a neutral thought. This thought about my child, my partner, etc. is not a neutral thought. Yes. So just look in silence in your mind, and what comes to your mind, you just take it. This thought about Talital is not a neutral thought. As usual, use today's idea whenever you are aware of a particular thought that arouses uneasiness. The following form is suggested for this purpose. This thought about the storm outside is not a neutral thought because I have no neutral thoughts. In truth, I make up the storm. Can I change it? Definitely I can change it. I made up the storm, so I can change it. I made up this whole world. I can change it. Yes. With my power. Yes, I've done it many times. Many times. When they have here the announcement that a huge storm is coming and very, very dangerous, I said, no, Holy Spirit, whole heaven, we decide that this storm is not coming. Maybe some rain or flashes, but not that tremendous storm, destroying everything. No. And it has been calmed. It has been changed. To greatest surprise. So we are most powerful. Yes, 4 or 5 practice periods are recommended if you find them relatively effortless. If strain is experienced, 3 will be enough. The length of the exercises period should also be reduced if there is discomfort. So only a minute. Jesus is reminding me when I was in Namibia, and they told us there hadn't been rain for years and years, and the cows were really so skinny, they had nothing to eat. And And then the inspiration of Holy Spirit came, and I was there with a group. They all did mental training practice, and we just sat down and joined and asked Holy Spirit to change that situation. And if you believe it or not, in 2-3 minutes, all of a sudden there were clouds from nowhere, and rain started. I couldn't believe it myself. I was absolutely stunned. Jesus reminded me also in the rainy season. I traveled many, many times to India, and also in the summertime, and they were waiting for the rain. And they always said, Heidi comes, rain comes. Because in the moment I sat down and went in so-called tapasya and deep meditation, and just had the feeling of being one with God and one with all. This was such a relaxation in my mind and embracing the whole universe, we can say. And immediately rain started. Yes, I forgot all those. Jesus is reminding me. So we are very, very, very powerful. And when we hear a prophecy, I heard a prophecy, there will be a tremendous calamity coming and danger and danger. And I said, no, this cannot happen. I'm the Holy Son of God, most powerful. And in the real world, God created of love and peace and joy and harmony. There cannot be destructive forces. No. And we decided against it, and it didn't happen. So, my love, we are not doing a little training. You are the most powerful being God has created. You are His extension. And your mind, with your decision about what you are thinking, is making up the hell, or is liberating the world and the heaven which is here and now, the real world of love, of peace, of harmony, will emerge in your mind and for everyone else, because we are sharing one mind. It's not a little thing, my love. It's a very, very powerful one. We are making up all what we experience. We are not a victim. No. We don't play any more victim. How was the exercise? Jesus is asking. Beautiful. Very, very nice. I just looked inside and thoughts came up. Trivial, seemingly trivial thoughts. They are not neutral thoughts. And we can say ego thoughts and thoughts of the Holy Spirit. They were mixed. And the moment those true thoughts came up, immediately I felt relaxed. Immediately I felt joy and a feeling of unlimited beingness. It's amazing. We denied who we are in that world. And so with the belief in this world, we are attacking us, we are crucifying us and everyone else. But we're giving up this world and accepting the real world, the world of truth, the world of harmony, the one holy self we all are, sharing heaven. We bring the heaven on earth. Yes. And my brother is a doorway to heaven. When I see you as you really are, one with me and the Father. All the joy the Father wants for me and you is coming to my mind. And this I share with you. Have a beautiful day and practice with determination and surrender that you find any thought coming up and make it clear it's not neutral. Beautiful day. I love you.